Alright, everybody. Hello and welcome. Know it's been a little while since I put out a video. I'm working on LSPFR to get that question out of the way because I know some of y'all have asked me about that. I got it back installed and everything. It's just crashing on me a lot when I'm playing sometimes, so I'm trying to work some things out, tweak some things, but I just been having problems with GTA and LSPFR, both of those things since like the last video that I put out of it last year after that major update came out, and then like the other update, they had like one or two updates after that. So yeah, I've been dealing with that. But I want to do a flight simulator video for the channel finally, because I know I said a long time ago that we was gonna do some videos for flight simulator. Finally decided to do one. We are in the Southwest Airlines 737-700 in the Heart livery. I'm actually going to be doing a flight for my virtual airline that I'm part of, which of course you see what virtual airline I'm part of. We're going to be going from Sacramento up to Seattle, Washington. The flight's scheduled for an hour and 50 minutes. So we should have some fun. Didn't see any weather predicted when I looked at the weather. I gotta look at that again just to make sure I read that correctly. But if that's the case, then we probably won't run into any problems, so we shouldn't be delayed. We still got about 45 minutes before we got to push back. So I kind of got to the aircraft a little early and got some stuff set up. So we won't have a lot to do once it is time to push back. Gonna try to throw some things into the video as well for you guys to make it a little bit more interesting. I don't know how long the video is gonna be. I'm not gonna try to make it too long because it is flight simulator video. I'm not recording the whole flight, and I'm not live streaming, so there's no point of recording the whole flight. But once it is time to push back, we will come back into the aircraft. Alright guys, we got pushed back. We are all ready to go. We pushed back a little early, so we should be on time. We shouldn't have any delays. But we're going to get moving so we can get in the air. I'm going to be quiet so you guys can hear some announcements.
Now that we have your attention, we'd like to point out the safety features of this Boeing 737-700. To fasten your seatbelt, slide the flat end into the buckle. To release, lift up on the buckle. Position it tight and low across your hips and wear it at all times while seated. On board, if you get tired of my jokes, there are 6 emergency exits, 2 forward exit doors, 2 overwing window exits, and 2 exit doors in the back. Signs overhead and lights on the floor do lead to the exits. In the seat back pocket in front of you, you'll find your fan. Your safety information card. Please take it out, look over it, and you will see that in the event that your favorite airline becomes your favorite cruise line, you're going to use the life vest under your seat. Pull the red tab to open the pouch and pull out the vest. Place the vest over your head, wrap the black strap around your waist, buckle it in the front, and pull to tighten. Once outside and only outside, or you won't be getting outside, pull down on the red tab to inflate the vest. To manually inflate, go over the tube at your shoulders, and if that doesn't work, well, you're having a lousy day. Flight attendants are coming by now to make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full, upright, and most uncomfortable position. All your carry-ons are set completely underneath the seats in front of you or in the overhead bins. Yes, for you kids in the back, that does mean your backpacks too must be underneath the seats and that your seatbelts are fastened. Smoking is not allowed on board the aircraft, including in the lavatories. Electronic cigarettes may not be used on board the aircraft either. Federal law does prohibit tampering with, disabling, or destroying any smoke detector in an aircraft lavatory. Federal aviation regulations do require passenger compliance with all lighted passenger information signs, posted placards, and our personal favorite, crew member instructions, including you messed me up. And crew member instructions, including instructions on seatbelts and smoking. No, they're not. And last but certainly not least, although we never anticipated changing cabin pressure, else the 3 of us would have called in sick tonight. If needed, 4 yellow oxygen masks will drop from the compartment overhead. To activate the flow of oxygen, pull down on the yellow masks until the plastic tubing is fully extended. Place the mask over your nose and mouth, and once you stop screaming, breathe normally, securing it with the elastic strap. Continue to wear the mask until otherwise notified by a uniformed crew member. Although oxygen will be flowing, the plastic bag may not inflate. And of course, last but not least, if you're traveling with children or anyone else needing special assistance this evening, please make sure to put on your mask first and then your husband's. Alright, that's it for our do's and don'ts, folks. Sit back, relax, and enjoy our quick 1 hour, 45-minute flight.
So we did our taxi, we did our takeoff. Had a little hiccup during the initial climb. I was not paying good enough attention to the speed, and we were decreasing speed rather quickly. So I was climbing too fast. Trying to focus on everything at one time. You guys already played Flight Simulator, and you know it's pretty difficult to try to do everything, as a single sim pilot, when the aircraft is in the real world made for two pilots, so you're doing the job of two pilots. So, but anyway, we got it worked out. We're still climbing. We're gonna go to our cruising altitude of 35,000. I was gonna take it up a little bit higher, fly it up a little bit higher, but I decided to let the autopilot go ahead and take over. So we got VNav and LNav on right now. So the aircraft is doing its thing. I'm paying attention to everything now, but we will come back once we get up to cruising altitude. Alright guys, so we're at cruise. We've been there for a good while. We got about probably about 200 or a little less than 200 to go before we get to our destination, Seattle. I wanted to read to you an article, this day in aviation history. So back in 2006, April 19th, of course, this day in history, former experimental pilot Albert Scott Crossfield Jr. Was en route from Alabama to Virginia. Crossfield was flying his personal Cessna, the 210A, with a registration of November 6579 X-ray. The Cessna was cruising at 11,000 under the IFR conditions, under the control of Atlanta Air Route Traffic Control Center. During the flight, he encountered a level 6 thunderstorm. He requested to divert or deviate from his planned course to avoid the turbulence, which he was granted, and he began to turn, and approximately 30 seconds later at 11:10 a.m. Radar contact was lost while he was over Georgia still. The last indication was that the Cessna was descending through 5,500 feet. The wreckage was located the following day by Silver Air Patrol search teams, 3.3 nautical miles northwest of Louisville, at an elevation of 1,269 feet above sea level. The airplane had descended through the forest canopy nearly vertically and created a crater approximately 4.5 feet deep and 6 feet across. Crossfield's body was inside the aircraft still. So of course we all know about the American Revolution. So this is just a very, very short description of how it all started. The American Revolution begins at Battle of Lexington. At about 5 a.m., 700 British troops on a mission to capture Patriot leaders and seize a Patriot arsenal march into Lexington to find 77 armed Minutemen under Captain John Parker waiting for them on the town's common green. British Major John ordered the outnumbered Patriots to disperse, and after a moment's hesitation, the Americans began to drift off the green. Suddenly, a shot was fired from a undetermined gun, and a cloud of musk smoke soon covered the green. When the brief battle of Lexington ended, 8 American Americans lay dead or dying, and 10 others were wounded. Only one British soldier was injured, but the American Revolution had begun. So that's how that happened. Like I said, it's I didn't have a lot for Top of Climb, or excuse me, for Cruise. Um, Not a lot I can do, in a video that I might have to edit anyway. I just wanted to show, you know, each segment of the flight, but I didn't want you guys to be staring, out of the cockpit for however many minutes that just took to read those two articles. So I just wanted to do something, but that's about it. The next time we will see each other is probably once we get established onto the ILS, or once we're closer to the airport. Let's just say that. I don't know when I'm going to start recording again once we are getting down, but that is when we'll be back. But once we come back, that will be the last segment for the video. We'll do our approach, our landing, our taxiing, and our shutdown. So I'll see you guys then. Alright, so that definitely was a horrible landing, man. I had to correct so many times. But we made it on the ground, made it in one piece. But like I said, that was a horrible one. I've had way better. I think I configured too late. But anyway, I'm gonna shut up. I'm going to let you guys listen to the announcements.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of this flight crew of Southwest Airlines, we'd like to welcome all of you to Seattle. For your safety and the safety of those around you, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and all your luggage stowed until we arrive at the gate and the captain trips off the fasten seatbelt sign. When the seatbelt sign is turned off, just use caution opening the overhead bins. Your luggage may have shifted during the flight and could fall out. This is the termination of this flight. Please check around, make sure you have all your belongings with you. It has been our pleasure having you all on board today. We know you have many choices when you fly. We do appreciate you choosing us here at Southwest Airlines. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and welcome to Seattle.
Alright, so we already started the APU, so let's go ahead and get it. And turn that off. And let's go ahead and shut down. Then we get our ground connections started. And I don't know what's going on with the aircraft either, because the whole time I was taxiing, it was pulling to the right. So gotta look into that, see what's going on. I don't know if that's just the game taking a poop or what's going on, but got to figure it out. I'll test it out, make sure make sure that it's it doesn't happen on the next flight. So I just I'll fly around or just taxi around, like reload the game and taxi around and just make sure that it was just a bug or something like that. But we will see. Let's make sure we got everything like it's supposed to be. Turn that off. Don't need that. We can zero this out. Do that like it is. Give and turn on some lights too. What do we do with the other panel, I guess? Alright, there it is. So like I said, that wasn't the best landing at all. And I think I just figured out what happened. It looks like the I might have to recalibrate the yoke and the throttle, because it's not advancing like it should be. It's not rotating like it should be either. And I think it was stuck like this, which I don't know why, but I'll figure it all out. It's always something. It's always something. So that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day and watching it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I know it wasn't the best. I did what I could. With this being the first flight simulator video, like I said, hopefully it's not too long, but I'll find that out when I do editing. But let me know if you guys want to see more of these. I am going to be working on an LSPD FR video tonight as well. I don't know if I'm going to be able to edit the flight simulator video and LSPD FR video and get them both out, because I need to also do a video to do an update on the 1/200 scale airport that I am building, because I did make some progress on it. Not a lot of progress, but what I'm going to be showing for the update video for the airport is pretty interesting. It's going to have, what I'm going to be showing for it is going to have a lot more of that throughout the airport. I'm not going to give it away what it is right now, but once I do the video, you guys will see what I'm talking about. but it's going to make the airport look amazing and bring a lot more realism to it. So until then, I will see you guys next video.